Hey guys, just another live stream here. Just gonna get some planes in the air and then maybe do some more of the event going on for the Concord event. Having some issues with my game center right now, but I'll probably fix it in a bit. Gonna fill up both of these since they're both buck jobs. Chicago has a lot of jobs here not on layover, so just gonna go and fill that up. A lot of London jobs here. Just one cargo away. Ooh, buck job. Fill it up. Just looking for a buck job here for my starship. A lot of passengers here, so I might just do Beijing. There we go. Going to Paris. Wild Listy, how's it going? Let me know if you have any questions about anything. I'm just getting some planes in the air. Just using this guy for layover jobs, so filling it up and then dropping them off either in LA, Mexico City, or Chicago. Looks like Mexico City needs some layovers. Might just do London if I can't see anything better. There's actually a lot of Istanbul here, so I'm kind of low on layover jobs in Tokyo, so I need to make sure to refill those. Looks like I'm almost to level 91 as well, so might hit that during the stream here. Buck job, fill that up. Kinshasa. So 1 cargo, 1 passenger away. Just gonna go ahead and fill this up. Yeah, Listy, you do need to qualify. You need to at least deliver 50 jobs to qualify for the part. And also make sure you're signed into Game Center, because there's sometimes a glitch where if you're not signed into Game Center, you won't receive your rewards. So just make sure you're good there. I'm kind of having trouble with my Game Center right now too. Ready to go for Paris. Going straight there. I'm just gonna go back to the top. Oh, wait, I'm on the top. Go ahead and unload these layover jobs in Cairo. And then fill them back up for either Istanbul or Tehran. So Istanbul's really low on layover jobs right now, so I'm going to fly that guy to drop off another 10 layover jobs. Same with this guy. This one is specifically for India. So Delhi or Bangalore. We're going to Delhi. And then back to Kolkata. How's it going, Broken Concrete? It has been a while. Hopefully Nimblebit gets that update out soon. Yeah, it's good to be back. It is good to be back, and I got my live streaming set up now, so can definitely create some more videos for you guys. How's your day going? Also, let me know if the music is too loud. This is my first time adding music to my stream, so I'm not even sure what the mix sounds like. Game is underrated for sure. Hopefully once they port it to Android, the popularity will take off a bit more, because that opens up just so many more users to the game. see where we're going here. This guy is a support plane just for London and Paris. So let's see if there's any buck jobs. Yep. So Paris already has 60, but we're gonna go there anyways. Let me just see if there's any other planes in Paris. There is one. Going for LA. Let's see. Nothing else can lay over. Alright, let's just take off here. Have you ever gotten a 25% boost on a cloudliner? Yeah, I'm assuming you mean filling up all passengers the same to the same city. Yeah, that's what I try to do for all of them. It does take a while. It takes a few cycles. But unless there's a buck job that kind of pops up, I do try to get that boost because it pays a lot better. But cloudliners take forever to fill up. The good thing, one good strategy for that is to have a lot of layovers in your city. So you see in Rio, I have a good amount of layovers already. So that'll help me fill up the passengers a little quicker. So right now I'm waiting for one more cargo and a few more passengers, so that'll probably take maybe 2 or 3 more cycles. When I talk about a cycle, of course, is when new jobs appear every 5 minutes. So that is the goal. So this one only needs 4. So maybe 1 more cycle, 2 more cycles. For my starships, I'm basically just looking for buck jobs, and that's it. So here we go. And I don't really care that I don't get the boost for that because I'm mainly doing it just for the $5. So let's go. It is a lot faster to get a cyclone in the air than a cloudliner. Alright, so new jobs. I'm just gonna immediately refresh this and see if I can get this in the air. Almost. So we're gonna go back up to some of the cloudliners we were waiting for. So this guy needs 4 passengers. And we are almost there, 1 away. Passengers, so I'm just sorting by passengers now because that's all I need to do to fill up this one. And there we go. We're just gonna leave 2 more passengers laid over just to keep our layover jobs a bit higher. Daily average revenue. So I haven't played in a while, as you can see, but daily average revenue right now is at 300K. But if I start playing a lot more, of course, that can go up. So that was a pretty good round for that guy. 1 passenger, 1 cargo left for this one. Just gonna look at the buck jobs to see if they're close. So Cairo. I'm just gonna go to Kinshasa for now. Oh, I'm going the wrong way here. I'm going up. Beijing. Cairo. That's gonna take a while. Beijing. See if there's a buck job in Cairo. I'm not trying to take over my layover buck jobs just because They can be transported by another plane, just ones that aren't laid over. That's pretty good for level 14 wild. Just keep it going. You kind of want to spread out your cities, so the next city that you buy, make sure it's distance wise a good amount further, just so you start getting more revenue for flights that go from that city. So basically you're trying to spread out as far as you can in a straight line, and then just fill in those other cities later, just so you can start, you know, buying parts and having enough money to buy other cities. So like if you started in Asia and you have like Tokyo, Shanghai, and Kolkata, you'll probably want to start expanding even further to the west. So once you get near to the end game too, daily revenue is a little misleading, just because you're mainly searching for buck jobs, because bucks are super valuable. And I don't mind if I operate at a loss for a buck job, because once I go to the bank and exchange, I mean, this will take forever, but once I do the exchange for, you know, 60,000 bucks, it'll be a lot of money. Wild, I recommend starting in Asia, just because there are a lot of clusters of cities that are great. So you kind of start in this area and start expanding to the west. And I like Asia because after you get to the mid game, like level 20 and higher, you can start closing your level 1 cities and opening, you know, level 2 cities and possibly level 3 cities. And Asia just has a lot bigger cluster of level 2 and level 3 cities that just allow you to expand faster and also just have more jobs in each city. So that is what I would recommend. Alright, new jobs. So we're just gonna go back to the top and see what's up. This guy is ready to go. I hope they add Dubai as a city in the update, or just new cities for sure. Dubai should be I'm surprised that it's not in the game already. But yeah, that should actually be a pretty big city, I feel, Dubai. Like, in the real world, it is a huge airport hub. So they should definitely add that as a city. Population-wise, I don't think it would be a level 3 city in the game, just based on how the mechanics work in the game. It'd probably be a level 2, but if they rework how they, you know, do that, that might be interesting, because Atlanta is the busiest airport in the US, but it is a level 2 city. Dallas-Fort Worth is one of the largest hubs for American, and it's a level 2 city. Denver is actually a pretty big hub in the US too, but it's a level 1 city. For the update, I hope they add a feature to go over the Pacific from Asia to America. Yeah, when I first started the game, I actually thought that was a possibility. So I built out to Honolulu and was sorely disappointed. But they would have to totally rework how they do jobs and how they calculate revenue. Because right now, they calculate revenue by how far away a city is distance-wise. And that's why, like, the most, lucrative job would be from Honolulu all the way to Tokyo. But if they allowed going both ways, then Honolulu to Tokyo would essentially have two possible revenues, or two possible, costs. One if you go over the Atlantic, and then the other if you go over the Pacific. It'd be really different. Hey Joshua. Yeah, they Nimblebit actually they tweeted that they're working on an Android port. So at the minimum, they're just going to port this same game over to Android. But we're hoping that the port means that they're actually working on new cities, new planes, new game mechanics. That is the hope, at least. But at the minimum, at least our Android friends will be able to play the game, which will be nice. All right, I'm determined to get one of these Cloud9ers full and flying, just so I can show you. But it's taking a while. I just need 3 passengers. And of course, 2. I'm just gonna add Bangalore here. All right. Leave these guys here. Let's go. All right, new jobs again. So we'll go back. One more for Tehran, I think, if I remember correctly. No, London. Excellent. All right, so you see with the 25%, ready to go. So 8,000 in profit. Not bad. That's with no buck jobs. This one was Tehran. Oh. Do you have any spare lousy planes? I sure do. Got a few. Oh. I didn't even realize I had that X-Wing in there. Just want new objectives in the game, for sure. Yep, new objectives would be nice. New planes to work towards, and even something like daily, daily objectives that rewards something good would be nice. there's a lot left to be, you know, desired from this game. Thanks for hanging out, guys. Appreciate it. Right. Let me see how far. So 2,700,000 away from 92. We'll see if we can reach it during this stream. Buck jobs actually reward a good amount of XP, so they're very nice to find. There we go. Not too far away. When you level up at a high level, do you get more bucks? No, but what you do get, if you have cities really far away from each other, they give you more bucks. So a buck job from LA to Tokyo would give you, I think, around 8 to 9 bucks, if I remember correctly. Yeah, Jakarta is already 7. So in that respect, you get more bucks once you unlock cities that are really far away from each other. So you see Istanbul here is 4 bucks. From Rio, that's about halfway across the map. So in that respect, that, and then if you upgrade airports, you get more jobs in general at an airport if you upgrade it all the way. And then therefore you would have the opportunity to find more buck jobs. You can see as I scroll, it's a lot of jobs, including the layovers, but a lot more than a level 2 city or a level 1 city that's not leveled up at all, if that makes sense. All right, we're just loading up jobs here for layovers. So we're gonna go back to Kolkata here. So Kolkata has 32 layovers right now. It can do a max of 60. So I'm gonna add 10 more layover jobs there, just so it's quicker to turn around. Thanks for stopping by, Christian. Appreciate it. Have a good day. My plane seems so bad compared to yours. Yeah, if you're pretty low level, it's gonna take a while to build out, you know, your fleet the way you want it. But that's part of the fun in playing the game, is unlocking everything you want. So yeah, just keep grinding. Keep grinding and you'll eventually get there. But just play the game and have fun with it, you know? So Tehran needs more layover jobs, so we're going to go there. Shanghai for sure. It's ready to go. We're unloading this guy for layovers. Now you see I have 47 layovers. And we're gonna load them back up for layovers in either LA, New York, or Chicago. So I like loading them up with kind of one passenger and one cargo, but there is one bulk job that didn't have cargo. So we're gonna go to LA, get that up to 55 layovers. Now I save up for blue and red cities. Yeah, for sure. You don't really even want to buy level 1 cities anymore. Definitely just try to save up. If you can even be more patient just to save up for level 3 cities, that's even better. Because level 3 cities will have more jobs and more bucks, possibly. In the long run, it's a lot better investment. But definitely play the game how you like to play it. So this guy is gonna unload and have one extra person, so I'm just gonna get rid of one of those. So we're at 54 out of 54 now. So it is full on layovers. But I'm gonna grab that. And then go back. So this one goes within these 3 cities, this support plane, for the way I have it. So we're going to Shanghai to get that up to 55 layovers. Well, Listy, what level are you at right now? Oh wait, you said you're at 14. That's right. So once you get to 20, I believe, is when you unlock a few pretty tasty planes. New jobs. Let's see. Let's make sure this guy is dropping off some layovers. So this one goes in between Manila and Bangkok for me. So Manila definitely needs some layovers. This guy is dropping off Seoul. So 46 should be 56. Yep. And then we're gonna load him back up and either go to Tokyo or Beijing. What level do you unlock Cloudliner? Good question. I'm not even sure. Let's see. So there is an old Pocket Planes wiki that you can just search for. And it should bring this up. Class 3 planes. Cloudliner. So Cloudliner is unlocked at level 28, according to the wiki. So 28 is your goal. I was definitely very excited back in the day when I unlocked the Cloudliner. That and getting the final part for my first Concord. That was amazing. We're going to Beijing here. Where are we going here? That's twice your current level. Yeah. But yeah, if you start expanding your airports, you should be able to get more lucrative jobs, which actually translates straight to XP as well. So actually might be a little faster to get to that level. I forgot where I was going with this while I was talking. But it is something to work towards. Great thing about pocket planes is you can kind of play it casually, even when you're like watching TV, whatnot. Just send a few planes in the air, set it and forget it. Alright. Just need one more cargo for this guy. There it is. Going to London town. Chicago, ready to go. See, I fell in love for the first time in Golden Gate Park. I saw my first rap show at Great American Hall. I used to beg my homies for a ride across the bridge to goof off and spend the whole damn day doing whatever we want. Keep drove us down to Ice Place while we roll up a I started in Europe, but I have an airport in Asia, North America, and Africa. So that's great. So you start in Europe. And I'm guessing you kind of go up toward Reykjavik sometimes to get across the Atlantic. Once you unlock the Arrow Eagle, I believe you'll be able to make a more direct flight. So, let me find this for you. Yep. The Arrow Eagle, let me see what level that unlocks at. So Arrow Eagle actually unlocks at level 16. So that is actually kind of what you want to shoot for, Listy. Hey, what's up, Trues? Thanks for stopping by. Phil, how's it going? Thanks for the support, man. Appreciate it. So Listy, you actually want, this is kind of your next target, is the Arrow Eagle. Once you level up 2 more levels, definitely start looking for those parts. And I think it'll do really good for you. I really like that plane at lower levels. It worked out really well for me. Ooh, I'm just gonna grab this last Manila buck job and go to both. Even though we're gonna lose money on this, it's worth it. Oh, not that much. Airjet can also make it if it's upgraded. Yep. I just kind of like the Arrow Eagle just because it has even number of cargo and passengers possible. Whereas Parajet, you end up having 3 passengers, 2 cargo. But that's just kind of the OCD side of me. Arctic Trails, how's it going, man? Thanks for stopping by. Phil, let me know if you have any ideas about what you want to see in my future videos. I have a few planned going forward, but I'm always curious about what you guys want to see. Trues, I added the music you requested yesterday. Let me know if it's let me know if the mix is okay. I can't really even hear it. I also got my new microphone I ordered on Amazon in today, so the mic quality should be a bit better. Ooh, London has a lot of people just waiting. So I only need 4 left for this. That was really good for that Cloudliner load. Let's see if Kinshasa needs any layover jobs. That is perfect. Love to see the buck jobs. Another one. Even better. Ooh, that's nice. 4 jobs. You should make a video explaining how to expand airports correctly. Sure, I can do that. I can definitely do that. And again, I would make the video based off of kind of how to maximize XP and money. But if you like to play a different way, that video may not be for you. We're gonna leave some people here. I'm sorry. Shane. Oh no. Nora, I'm sorry. We're leaving you behind. You'll catch the next flight. They'll be okay. Arctic Trails. I assume you have delivered jobs for the Concord event. I have. I've reached the 50 that I need. But I do have. Let me see. I do have one plane kind of delivering jobs here. So. There we go. And if you look, I'm waiting for one more Concord part. And it's got to be the engine. It has got to be the engine. But with my luck, it'll probably be another body or another control part. There's always trading, but it's always more fun to get the part yourself, you know, be able to do it on your own. But hopefully that engine comes in. I also need to fix my game center. Honestly, seeing that 25% boost makes me feel happy. Yep, it's like a dopamine hit. Alright, this guy is going probably back to Mexico for layovers. 47, no, it's good. We're going to New York. I still don't understand why some class 3 cities only have 54 maximum layover spots, while most of the other ones have 60. I hope they fix that. Just make it the same all across the board. I have a hard time remembering which cities have 54 and which cities have 60 sometimes. So Mexico City's a huge city, so you would think it would qualify for 60 layover spots. think, yep, Xi'an is 54. Don't know why. Shanghai is 60. Do you do giveaways? I have in the past, yeah. I have done giveaways in the past. If you see some previous videos, I've given away a Concord part before, or Concord part, I think. So yeah, stay tuned. I'll probably do another giveaway. Jakarta is the one away. All right, let me just zoom out here so you can see what's going on. Got a good amount of planes in the air. It's looking good. And then they're all gonna land, and then we'll have to get them back up in the air again. It is a vicious cycle. Let's keep going. Let's keep going. Almost. So this Sao Paulo is kind of stuck here. I have 10 jobs waiting to be offloaded, but only 6 spots. How do I choose? How many planes do you use? Well, let's see. Where do I go? Logs? Okay. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30. 50, 51, 52, 53, 54, 55, 56, 57, 58, 59, 60, 61, 62, 63, 64, 65, 66, 67, 68, 69, 70? 70? Maybe I miscounted, but the next plane slot unlock is a cool half a billion coins. Wow. I could probably reach that if I turned in all my bucks right now, but we're gonna wait. And are you soon level 92? How many XP points does it take to level up so late in the game? I am leveling up very soon. So it looks like I have a sliver, which makes it seem like I have very little XP to go. But I still have 2.6 million to go. 2.6 million. I'm thinking at this rate, I probably won't hit it on this stream, but maybe tomorrow or the next day. Let me see if this Pocket Planes wiki has the XP calculator. I'm not even sure how much it'll take for the next one after that. Yeah, I'm not sure. Once I get to 92, it should reset to tell me how much XP I need. So I will report back to tell you how much XP at level 92 it takes to get to 93. But yeah, it is a lot. A lot. So that's why we need to keep getting these planes in the air. It's a struggle. There we go. Boom. LA? Almost. Oh, that was the same one. I'm going crazy. Rio. Go. LA again, wow. Gonna have a lot of planes going to LA soon. Gotta make sure the layover flights are good there. Tehran, one more. What did I just do? There we go. New York, Tokyo. Istanbul is close enough to Cairo. We're gonna go because of that buck job. That buck job is just too good to pass up. $4. Worth it. Manila. So there's a Beijing buck job. Let me see if I have any other planes in Lima. I do. So that Beijing buck job is still there. This is going to Istanbul with no buck jobs. So I'm going to unload everyone off the plane. Sorry, we're going to Beijing now. Apologies. Change of plans. Do you ever feel bad when you do that? I kind of do. I like to think these are living human beings that I just kicked off the plane and ruined their day. I'm a horrible person. It's all for the mighty bucks. Istanbul, close. Unload. Buck job is perfect. Gonna load this guy back up for London. And away we go. Mexico City, we're looking for buck jobs here that aren't on layover. Preferably. There we go. Sao Paulo. What was the first level 3 city you got? That's a great question. I don't remember. Because I started playing this game like 10 years ago. This is still the same game save from 10 years ago. I want to say I started off in America. In which case, I think my first one was either New York or Chicago. But my memory fails me. I have started new games just to make videos, so I do have a beginner's tips and tricks and video where I started out in Asia, and that's, I kind of told you why, because Asia has more level 3 and 2 cities. Alright, this guy needs to deliver more layovers. Guangzhou. Let's go. Perfect. We're going. Arctic, yes. The Concord and the Starship are some of the most fun planes to fly, just because of the way you can kind of skip over certain areas that you normally would have to like do a layover in or connect in. So I love flying this plane, even though it doesn't give me that much money. We're just gonna deliver some bucks with this guy. I don't even care. We're gonna lose $507, but the bucks will make it worth it. You also mentioned LA, Jakarta, Tokyo. Do you have any ideas for straight routes? You're talking about with Concords specifically? I really like the Concord route, Tokyo to Istanbul, and then straight into Chicago. That one is a super straight flight, and I love it. Another one is LA to Lagos to Jakarta. When you can do that, so good. So good. Keep asking away, Arctic. I love answering questions, so I'm not just talking to myself the whole time. With the Starship, it's even better with some of those straight line flights. Like you can just bypass so many cities. Yeah, that one's great. Tokyo, Istanbul, Chicago. I love that one. Because most other flights will have to go through New York. But you don't even need to do that with a Concord, I think. Starship flights get even crazier. I think you can go like Tokyo, Istanbul, LA with a Starship flight. Starship is expensive, yep, but I only use Starships for bucks jobs, which is the only way they can turn a profit when you turn in your bucks in the bank. But until then, they operate at a loss. They are just hemorrhaging money until then. Tehran, I think that's the play. Seoul. 4-way, not bad. All right, let's see what this guy can do. So could reach up here. That's pretty cool. That's not exactly straight, so not that great. I mean, if you did this, almost. Can't reach Tokyo. Ugh. So this buck job is calling my name, but of course there's no passengers, which makes it painful because it's probably going to take 2 more cycles for that plane to get out of there. But the buck job is just too good. It's just too good. Definitely grabbing that. We're good. So this is gonna be stuck for a while, but it's okay. How do you have so much bucks? I just don't spend it. And I always prioritize bucks jobs. These long bucks jobs that are like $7 or $8. They're great. And then I don't spend them until I get a lot. I know there's a threshold. I forget what it is, but the game bugs out if you try to turn in a certain amount of bucks. It's pretty high. I need to look it up again. But the game will glitch out if you try to turn in too many bucks at one time. So usually about like once a year I'll turn them in and just, you know, buy 2 more plane slots. You just gotta be patient. I don't recommend like saving the bucks that long at lower levels. But yeah, our Pocket Planes has a good calculator. Yes, absolutely. Definitely use that Reddit page. It has a lot of good resources there. I don't know where to go with this guy. Nothing looks good. Ooh. LA, I guess. Ooh, that was nice. I don't know why, but I have specific colors that are exactly the same for each plane. Hey, that's kind of like real life, you know? Certain airlines have certain liveries that they use for all their planes so that you can recognize it. So if you see a plane that's silver or white with, you know, red and blue, you kind of know that's American. If you see a plane that has gray, most likely is United. I used to mess with custom plane colors as well, but after a while, there's just too many planes. Well, it's gonna be there for a while. My planes are always black and gold. I really like that color combination, actually. I'm a big fan of black and gold. I used to also name my planes, but gave up on that after a while. Kolkata. We're going with that 25% boost. So good. One more. 3 more. This one's gonna go. We're gonna leave some people behind though. Oh, no. Oh, yeah, there. That guy. Albert. I'm sorry, Albert. Willie took your spot. Let's see what it looks like on a Cloudliner. You said black, gold, black. All right. So we'll do this one. Paint. Black. Of course, it's the last one. Yellow. Is there? Yeah, gold. I don't even know which way I'm going. There we go. Is that what you're looking for, Listy? Because that looks pretty sick. That looks pretty sick. We'll even rename it. Listy. Congratulations. Now where are you going, Listy? Beijing. Tehran. I really don't like that flight pattern. It's not straight. Not a straight enough line. Oh yeah, with the Starship, you can actually go from Rio all the way to Jakarta. That flight is amazing. Who gets left behind? Wilma. I'm sorry. New York. This Lima job is calling my name. It's in Delhi. Let's see if any other planes are in Delhi. Yes, that is perfect. This is one of my support planes that can load him up and bring him to another city for a layover. Where are we going? Kolkata. Let's go. So there's a Lima job there too in Shanghai. Lima job in Shanghai. We're going back to Shanghai. It's not bad. Shanghai. Ooh, right here. Bam. Lima. Yes. Gotta get those bucks. That's gonna be there for a while. A lot of bucks here. A lot of bucks. I can see it, even though it's grayed out. Tokyo, Seoul, Jakarta. This one, tricks me sometimes because it looks like a passenger, but it's cargo. Tricky. Ooh, I like it. I like it. And we're ready. We're going to Chicago. Thanks again for everyone that's been stopping by, asking questions. Appreciate it. If you're watching the VOD of this, make sure to subscribe. I'll be live streaming a bit more, but Paris. Mexico City. We're going. This is uninspired. Okay, I really need to get this support plane out of Sao Paulo, so we're just going to get rid of some layovers. It pains me to do this, but Lima needs some more layovers. All right, let's go to Lima. Last time I played Pocket Planes before I got it this month was like years ago. Yep. A lot of people coming back to the game, which is great. But those cloud saves and your previous game aren't very easy to get back to. Luckily, I've played this game enough on and off that whenever I got a new iPad, I backed it up in, locally. So back it up locally to a laptop and then restore it from the laptop when you get the new iPad. And then that will ensure that 100% that your game is saved. That's the only way I've been able to carry on this game for so long. I know a lot of people have lost game saves. That is the only reason why I'm such a high level, is because I've had one continuous game for the past 11 years. Superflyer, welcome. I also returned and overhauled my airline for Class 3 operations. I like it. Welcome back. Majority of my planes are Sequoias. Sequoias are great planes because they're not jet planes, so they don't take that much to operate. They're a bit slower than jets, but the reason why I use my Sequoias for support planes is because they don't cost that much to fly. And they hold a lot of people. So those Sequoias are great. Even after you upgrade to cloudliners and whatnot, they're still very useful as support planes to drop off layovers. I still use an air van. Whatever you need to get the job done, I only have 2 jets that often operate at a loss, so I use them for bucks jobs. Yep. For any jet that operates at a loss, you should be using it for bucks jobs. Because once you turn in your bucks, all that loss turns into profit. So just consider it profit. Listy, you're going to Beijing. Congratulations. You've made it. I feel like I should play Black and Yellow by Wiz Khalifa, but I'd probably get a copyright strike. That Lima job is very tempting. Should I do it? Let's do it. So we're going to Lima and Buenos Aires. Do you play games other than Pocket Planes? Absolutely. I play a lot of different games. I am a pretty big Pokemon Go player, so I play that a lot. I really like word games, so I'll play a lot of word games on my phone. On PC, I play a lot of FPSs, so first-person shooters. This one is an awkward one, but you guys don't want to watch me play those games because I'm not as good at them. Plenty other streamers that stream those type of games that are a lot better than me. How about you, Listy? What games do you like to play? We're going. We are going. Whoa, that's very negative. Probably because I have a lot of bucks jobs on this flight. Oh, because I also missed Tehran. Well, I guess we're going there after. We are going there after, if I remember. Ooh, I like that. I like to play every game you see on social media. Interesting. I am not even sure what that means, Listy, honestly. Do you have any in particular that you can name? Shanghai, here we come. New York. More importantly, I like to play car soccer. I'm assuming you're meaning Rocket League? lot of bucks jobs here. I love it. Oh boy, I messed something up here. That is fine. That is fine. Oh, I didn't unload something. There we go. Rocket League. I play Rocket League very rarely, but my nephew really loves playing Rocket League, so I'll play with him sometimes. Istanbul. Going to Jakarta. Guess we're going to Beijing. Jakarta. This is a pretty fun one, pretty straight. Tehran. Lagos is ready to go. Love to see it. Okay, 35 jobs, so we need more jobs here, but let's see if, yep, Paris is pretty full. So what we're gonna do is just look for bucks jobs. There's one. There's another. And then just load the rest with Paris. And maybe one or two more. I think only one more. Bangkok. London. Let's go to London. Oh yeah, this Lima flight. I remember you. It's gonna be slow going. 4 more. Ooh. Seoul, Beijing. I think Beijing would be good. Yep. So 4 more for that guy. Gonna look at cargo. Nothing. Ooh. London. All right. CN. Just see if there's any other bucks jobs. Nope. Gonna go. So I think this would be the best course of action. Yep. Bucks jobs. All right. This one's gonna take a rest because I think we're good with layovers in the US. Yep. Let's see where we're at. Got a few amount of planes in the air. Ooh, 8. That guy needs to unload. So, oh, that one too. So we're basically just loading it up with that and then just flying straight through. So these layover bucks jobs is kind of how you really ensure that you're getting as many bucks as possible. Listy, you're asking how I got so many bucks. Because once you lay over a bucks job, you can pretty much count it in the bank, because that layover is never going to disappear. You're just going to you will eventually deliver it. No matter how long it takes, it'll be there waiting for you. So yeah, if you ever see a bucks job, even if you can't deliver it, if you can just move it to a different city as a layover and then just deliver it whenever you can with another plane. Money in the bank. Alright. I like all these bucks jobs. Oh my goodness. That was lucrative. Go to Manila with these. And then we'll just drop them off and they will be delivered eventually, within the next month. No rush. Just get to it when you can. Alright, Paris is at 60 layovers. So, no issues there. Going back to London to give it 45 layovers total. Lima definitely needed this. Ooh, love to see the $8 job. You love to see it. Just gonna fill this up with some others. Yes, London to Paris is such a quick flight for two level 3 cities. So if you can run jobs in between there for layovers, it is really lucrative. If you watch my video on taking the #1 spot, that one is when there was a global event in Paris. And I was going for the, top spot in that event. And London to Paris was actually a key one where I could just run planes in between those two cities and it'd be pretty quick. New York, let's go. Some other cities that are super close as far as level 3 cities go. Karachi and Delhi. I don't have Karachi unlocked, but this little cluster right here, Karachi, Mumbai, Delhi, that's actually... So I don't have them unlocked just because I don't want to... They're kind of in the middle of the map, and I don't want that many jobs in the middle of the map because they don't give you as much money, coins, or bucks when you're delivering to the middle. So I don't want to have a ton of those jobs kind of mucking up, this list. That's my thinking, at least. But if you're early on in the game and you're just unlocking Asia, this little cluster right here is pretty amazing. Even Kolkata and Dhaka. So close. So close. Yep, Listy. Exactly. Where am I going? Istanbul. Kolkata, here we come. Manila. Gotta do it. Alright, a few more. New jobs. Excellent. So we'll go back up to the jobs we were just looking at before then. Get these planes in the air. Did I already do this one? I forget. Chicago and Delhi. Chicago and Delhi. Let's see. This guy's in Delhi. He's going to London though. Do we have anyone else in Delhi? Yes. Perfect. You gotta prioritize it because the jobs will reset in 5 minutes. And those Bucks jobs will disappear. Gotta get while the getting is good. Do you have Moscow unlocked? I do not. I used to. But Moscow, I've found, is so out of the way. And it's in the middle of the map. Kind of like I had mentioned before. So you wouldn't really ever use Moscow as a city you need to fly through. You would always use it as an endpoint. And that's not very useful to me. I used to have Moscow and St. Petersburg unlocked. And I would fly a support plane in between the two. An Arrow Eagle back in the day. And I was pretty happy with that, but as I expanded coast to coast, again, you don't really want like Moscow jobs kind of populating your list if you're flying coast to coast, because they're not giving you the most lucrative flight options as far as passengers and cargo. Let me know if that made sense. Ooh, both. Bangkok and Delhi. Let's do it. Ooh, that was amazing. Let's see if I've made a dent. 2.1 million. So I was at like 2.8, I think, when we started. So it'll take a few more days to get to 92. I'll probably just do another stream specifically for grinding to 92. Ooh, I'm just gonna leave someone behind here. Who's it gonna be? Dan Vasquez. Sorry, buddy. Yeah, Listy, at your level, that's totally fine because you're creating distance anyways. I think you mentioned you started in Europe, and excuse me. Yeah, that's totally fine to have Moscow unlocked at level 14. But every now and then, you kind of want to like reassess and prune the cities that you have. Especially like level 2 cities, like start pruning them. Get rid of ones that you don't feel like are as valuable to you. That way you can always keep your list of jobs pretty tight as far as like here I want to make sure that Chicago actually has some options, you know, but if I had a ton of other cities unlocked, there'd be very few possibilities as the Chicago would show up. So you kind of want to just make sure your city list is the most efficient it can be. We're doing it. London, here we come. All right. Kinshasa. That'll take a bit to load up, but it'll be worth it. Oof. Love it. Straight to Shanghai. This guy's unloading. Perfect. And we're going to Tehran. Drop off more layover jobs. I think Paris is full. Ooh, perfect. There is a $1 job there. Or $1 job. Yeah, Paris is 59 layovers, so we'll just put one other person in here. Tehran. Nothing really looks good. London, yeah, that's it right there. 6 and 1. It's good enough. Just FYI, I'm probably going to end the stream here in a few minutes. It's been a pretty good session. Thanks for stopping by, guys. I really appreciate all the questions and the feedback. I'll definitely be streaming here a bit more. I don't have a set schedule, but hopefully it'll be on video on demand. The recording will be available for you guys on YouTube if you miss it. Ooh, love it. All right, just gonna fill up this last Manila flight. Ooh, Paris. That was close. And I think we're gonna go ahead and end the stream here. Thanks a lot, guys. Listy, really appreciate you stopping by and interacting. It was a lot of fun. Again, if you haven't subscribed, please do. And I'll see you guys in the next one.